All right, folks. So today after some complications, I am redoing my trot lines, having to make a new one and whatnot. And I'm starting out making my drops with this 50-pound trotline big game. And I've watched a lot of videos, and I am a novice at this, like a lot of folks are. But I want mine about a foot long. That's just kind of what I've discovered trial and error that I'm liking. I took a spool, a 650-foot spool of number 21 bank line, and hope my wife don't see this, one of her cutting boards. It measures 11 inches in length. And I just laid this spool on it, and I took the tape that comes on the reel of line and used it to hold my line, the end of my line, to the cutting board, and I'm wrapping it around this, and I've got it probably 25, 26 times. I'm going to do some extras. I'm only doing 25 hooks on this one. But I've got it wrapped around there, and I'm going to use a good sharp pair of fishing scissors to cut these in hopes that my drops will come out. By the time this is done, my drops should come out right there in that, I think, 10.5 to 12 inch range. So let me get this wrapped and cut, and then if I can do this right, we'll come back for more. Alright, so if y'all remember the last time, these lines had a lot of curl in them. You could let go of them and they'd want to curly cue and wrap up, like do all that and whatnot. Run them under hot tap water, just as hot as you can stand. Run them back and forth for about 60 seconds, and then wrap them up in a dish towel and roll them across the counter. Leave them wrapped up and let them cool off and dry. Now we'll go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm going to be using trotline hooks. It's got a brass swivel on it. Some guys will absolutely want to crucify me over using these. I like them. They're simple. I'm trotlining out of a kayak, so this is an ease of convenience for me. But show you how to tie these on. Works really, really well in my opinion. Like I said again, some guys absolutely hate these. I love them, but it's because of the circumstance. I do this out of a kayak. And to add to that, if nobody's tried it, if you haven't tried this out of a kayak and you have a kayak, it is a blast, especially when you get on to a 15, 20, 30 pound fish. Like it's a blast, and it can be done. I've pulled in two 15-pound blues and a 20, I think it was like a 23-pound blue. So put your ends together. Trotline clip and swivel, or just your swivel, however you want to do it. Feed it through. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm partially blind in one eye now, so it takes me a little bit sometimes. And I'm not the best at this video making neither. So you got it through like so. Bring it down, and we're going to give it, start like so, come down, and we're going to give it 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I lost a wrap there. Give it 3 good wraps, and then we're going to bring it back up and run it through the eye, right like so. And I hold stuff with my teeth. I know you're not supposed to hold stuff with your teeth. See, and then that cinches down and makes a knot. A lot of guys, I will use a pair of pliers to do the rest of these. I'm just using this to show y'all. That's how I'm doing it. So that's what come up with. And so that drop wound up being actually about 9 inches shorter than what I wanted, but that's okay. This will work perfectly fine. So now I'm going to come back to this end. I'm going to pinch it, and I'm going to twist. Take a hook These are number 5s, or 5/0, not number 5s. These are 5/0. These are the black coated ones. You're gonna take and run you always, on catfishing, you always go through your eye on the hook side. Come down, go around that hook, swallow the hook, and then twist that line and come back and pull. And boom. See, it makes, that's not coming undone from a fish, but you can get it undone to change it. And that winds up making a really good setup. And the reason that you want to do that, and I learned this years ago, rod and reel fishing, is you take that hook and pull, and it catches, rolls right into my hand. I can turn it the other way where the hook is facing away from me, and I can run it up my hand, and it turns around and hooks. If you hook it from the other side, tie it through from the other side, it won't do that a lot of the time, and you will miss fish. I'll show you all this too. Here's my pile of supplies. Some of these, I had a few of these black coated 5/0, but what I'm using, I bought these, ordered these from Memphis Net and Twine, 50 count 5/0 of the Eagle Claw laser sharp trotline hooks. Some guys really like the Mustad hooks. I've used Eagle Claw since I was a kid catfishing, but yep, here's what we're doing right now, and hopefully I can get a good video when I'm setting these out for y'all, hopefully tomorrow.